Greenlee. Currently have sunny skies, 74 degrees, winds out of the west-southwest at approximately 1 mile per hour.
Welcome back to Hurdle Field on the campus of Wartburg College here in Waverly. Decorah lost game one of the doubleheader by a 2-0 margin, and they'll try to salvage a split as they take on the left-hander Bo Greenlee here in game two of this doubleheader. And Greenlee will face this Decorah lineup. Leading off the shortstop, Colin Nimrod, batting second in center field. Jake Hovden hitting third, the pitcher Brett LaRue. Batting fourth at first base, Jake Marlowe. Hitting fifth, the catcher Caleb Qualley. Hitting sixth at second base is Cameron Korsnes. Hitting seventh in right field, Trevor Phillips. Batting eighth at third base, John Will Jenkins. And batting ninth in left field, Cole Minks. The defense for the Go Hawks, Jackson Little in left.
Shortstop number 10.
Jake Velke in center. Cole Havlovic in right. Dalton Steer at third. Dalton Graven at short. Camry Moore at second. Josh Burris at first. Gentry Miller behind the plate, and Bo Greenlee on the hill. Ground ball towards third. Snagged there by Steer. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Nimrod. One pitch, one out here in game number two.
Jake Hovden.
As we get things going at 7:12.
Pitch takes place 7:12 p.m.
And Jake Hovden will bat as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes as he squared to bunt. Hovden was 0 for 3 in game number one. The Vikings' top 3 men in the order combined for an 0 for 9 in game number one. As the pitch goes low, it's 2 balls, no strikes. Final in from New Hampton, or from Charles City tonight. Charles City has defeated New Hampton in game one of the doubleheader by a 2-1 margin. As the pitch goes high, it's 3 balls, no strikes. So the Go Hawks back within one of the Chickasaws in the league standings. Greenlee delivers, and the pitch in there for a strike. It's 3-1 now on Jake Hovden. Jake Marlowe had the only 2 hits off of Alex Robeson in game number one. Chopper, third base side, fielded there by Steer, and he'll throw to first base, and Hovden retired. 5-3 on the putout, 2 down here in the first inning.
Pitcher number 22.
And Brett LaRue will be the pitcher and bat third. LaRue was 0 for 3 in game number one as well. LaRue can only go 2 innings in this game, so Andy Sinkink not in the original lineup, but he will likely be throwing at the start of inning number 3. Breaking ball down and in from Greeley. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Vikings offense continues to struggle. They will shut out for the 4th time this season in game number one. Pitch outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And even beyond that, 13 times in their 25 games, they've scored 3 runs or less. 2-1 delivery, chopped foul, third base side, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brett LaRue. No score here in the top of the first inning of game 2 of the doubleheader. Go Hawks took game 1 by a 2-0 margin. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Greenlee delivers, and the pitch, fastball outside, so it's 3 balls, 2 strikes now in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. Dalton Graven was the starting pitcher in the game against Decorah in Decorah, as the pitch just missed inside, ball 4. So LaRue draws the walk. A runner at first and 2 down for Jake Marlowe. Marlowe 2 for 3 in game number one. He had the only 2 hits for Decorah in that game. Marlowe bats from the right-hand side of the plate. A lead at first by LaRue. The pause and the pitch. Marlowe hits one towards second base. Camry Moore will field. He'll throw on to first base to retire Marlowe, and that's that for the first inning. A walk and a runner left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is Decorah 0 and Waverly Shellrock coming to bat. And the Go Hawks will bat in the same order, different positions from game number one. Leading off in center field is Jake Velke, batting second at shortstop Dalton Graven. Hitting third at second base, Camry Moore. Hitting fourth, the catcher Gentry Miller. Batting fifth at first base is Josh Burrish. Hitting sixth at third base, Dalton Steer. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter Alex Robeson. Batting for the pitcher Bo Greenlee. And Cole Hablovic will bat eighth and play right field. Batting ninth in left field is Jackson Little. That lineup will face Brett LaRue, who will be the starting pitcher tonight, and will emphasize starting pitcher. He had a good outing, throwing the entire distance, holding a good offensive team in Waterloo Columbus to just 3 hits and 2 earned runs on Wednesday night. So Brett's only going to be able to go 2 tonight. 1-2, 2.41 ERA, 4 start. 20 and a third innings, 18 hits, 15 runs, only 7 earned, 6 walks and 10 strikeouts. Jake Velke drew 3 free passes in the first game. The left-hand hitter starts against Brett LaRue, and Brett's first offering is on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Minks left, Hovden center, Phillips right for Decorah. Jenkins third. Nimrod at short, second Korsness, first base is Marlowe. Swing and a foul at the plate, and that one got Jake, as he is a little slow in getting up. He is crouched over near home plate, and he is in a lot of pain. The assistant coach down from the first base box, Casey Klender down from the third base box. Just one of those injuries perhaps that will need a deep breath or two to work out. Let's hope that's all it is. As Velke is laying on his back in front of the plate right now. It's no balls and 2 strikes. He fouled that one off, and he remains in a lot of pain. Again, we'll just simply describe it that hopefully all it is just one of those injuries that guys can get. No balls and 2 strikes the count as Velke remains on his back, legs spread apart. Right at home plate, Caleb Qualley is out talking to Brett LaRue on the pitching mound right now. I don't see that there is a trainer here on site tonight, so Velke now is going to get to his feet and crouch a couple of times, and
hopefully Jake's all right there.
Hopefully he'll be all right, as Velke now on his feet. That thing just takes a little bit of time to work through, if you will. No score, bottom of the first inning. Go Hawks won game 1 of the doubleheader by a 2-0 margin. As Velke will get his bat back, and it looks like he'll be all right. Got to send out a shout out to Decorah softball coach Randy Iverson, listening in tonight. Better man than I. He can do play-by-play and coach. I can just do this as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Jake Velke, Dalton Graven, and Camry Moore to follow here in the bottom of the first inning. LaRue ready in the 1-2 offering. Missed outside for 2 balls and 2 strikes. Decorah softball team, 1 more regular season game next Wednesday night down at West Delaware. The 2-2 delivery, one hopper up the middle and through for a base hit. So Jake Velke has been on base all 4 times. 3 walks in game 1 of the doubleheader, and he'll lead off the bottom of the first
now batting for the
with a single to center. Dalton Graven will stand in. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Dalton Graven was 1 for 3, scored a run in game number 1. The Go Hawks scored their 2 runs in the first inning as LaRue throws a strike at the letters. It is no balls and 1 strike. The pause and the 0-1. Curveball swung on, fly ball left center field. Underneath it is Jay Covden. He'll snag it with 2 hands in medium depth left center for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Number 2,
1 down, nobody on for Camry Moore. No score, bottom of this first. Go Hawks won game 1 of the doubleheader by a 2-0 margin. Camry Moore was 1 for 3 in game number 1. That hit by Velke was the 5th hit overall of the night for the Go Hawks, and the first one to leave the outfield leave the infield. Fly ball right center field. Hubden angling over. He will make a 2-handed snag in medium depth right center. And there's 2 down here in the first inning.
Gentry Miller.
Gentry Miller will be the batter. He was 0 for 3 in game number 1, but did have an RBI. No score, bottom of the first inning. Velke away from first base. LaRue comes set, and the pitch, a curve for a strike to Miller. No balls and 1 strike. Short lead at first base by Velke, and the 0-1 swung on a fly ball into center field, but there is going to be a balk called beforehand as LaRue came set and did not pause for the requisite 1 second. The dead ball called before the pitch, so the count remains no balls and 1 strike on Gentry Miller, and he will bat with a runner in scoring position. Righty-righty matchup, bottom of the first, runner at second, 2 down, no score. As the pitch goes outside and it's uncorked wild, Qualley unable to make the snag in front of that one as Velke walks up to third. Still feeling the effect earlier of that at bat in which he fouled the pitch off himself. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The pause by LaRue, and the curveball goes high to Gentry Miller. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Go Hawks now back within a game of New Hampton for the conference lead. New Hampton lost to Charles City in game 1, 2-1. Pitch swung on and missed, breaking ball down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Deuce is wild on the Go Hawk catcher. No score, bottom half of the first inning. The pause and the pitch. 1 hopper right in front of the plate. And actually it's going to angle into foul ground, and LaRue wisely let it go foul. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little swinging bunt by Miller. Looking back at it in 2020 hindsight, LaRue had 2 choices. Either let it go foul or just eat it and give up a base hit. Wise decision by Brett. 2-2, swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and away. And the side is out here in the first inning. 1 hit, 1 left, 1 inning done. No score between Decorah and Waverly Shellrock. Brady Thompson has come into the game. He will play right field. Cole Havlovic will move to center. Jake Velke fouled a pitch off of himself and ended up getting a base hit. Ran the base pass in that first inning, but was still showing some lingering effects of the injury. So Coach Casey Klunder will take him out of the game.
Second inning started for the Vikings.
And Havlovic now in center and Brady Thompson now in right. Caleb Qualley, Cam Korsness, and Trevor Phillips here in the second inning for Decorah as the pitch missed outside from Bo Greenlee. 1 ball, no strikes the count. No score starting the top half of the second inning. Decorah and Waverly shell rock. Go Hawks won game 1, 2-0. Pitch inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Qualley. Qualley 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. He takes all the way in. It's a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike count. 2-1, and the pitch smacked towards left field, past the lunging Greeley and into left for a base hit. So Caleb Qualley becomes the first hitter other than Jake Marlowe
First hit of the game for the Vikings.
to get a base hit in this doubleheader. Gabe Varney will get Qualley's courtesy at first base.
Second baseman number 1, Cam
And
Korsnick.
Cam Korsnick will be the batter. He bats for the first time tonight. He did not play in game number 1 other than courtesy running for Qualley once. He was not in the starting lineup. Korsnick bats from the right-hand side of the plate, and Greeley works out of the stretch. Flat-footed move to first base, and it's a wild throw. Burrish chased, and Varney up to second. First error of the night for either side in either game, and Varney now in scoring position. Cam Korsnick will be the batter, no count on him yet. A runner at second, and nobody out. Greeley squares to bunt. Korsnick shows bunt, and the pitch outside, snap throw to second base, back to the bag, diving is Varney. Dalton Graven snuck behind the runner and made it a interesting play out at second. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Korsnick. Series of signs from Coach Owen, the third base box. Varney with a lead at second. Korsnick squares to bunt, takes the pitch outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Burrish charging from first. Steer playing back at third. In this bunt defense employed by the Go Hawks right now. Andy Sinkink is beginning to warm up in the bullpen for Decorah. Again, LaRue can only go 2 tonight. The pitch at the letters and for a strike, as Korsnick showed no signs of bunting in that at bat. 2 balls and 1 strike count. 2-1, bunted foul, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another failure to execute that time for Decorah, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at second, nobody out. So you're probably taking the bunt off in the 2-strike situation. Varney away from second base. Greeley will come set, and the pitch, curveball inside corner, strike 3 called. 1 down, nobody, and a runner at second for Trevor Phillips.
Right fielder number 13, Trevor Phillips.
Phillips 0 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Varney away from second. Greenlee comes set. Takes 2 looks at second out of the pause, and a ground ball towards short, fielded there by Graven. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Phillips, with Varney moving up to third on the play. And John Will Jenkins will get a 2-out RBI opportunity.
John Will Jenkins.
John Will in game number 1 of the doubleheader was 0 for 1. His lone at bat was a ground out to second. Greenlee out of the windup, pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. And I take that back. He batted twice in game number 1. He was hit by a pitch and grounded out to second. 1 ball, no strikes. Greenlee out of the windup again, and the pitch inside corner. Strike 1 called to the left-hand hitting Jenkins. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 1-1 the count, and the pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 now on Jenkins. Cole Minks hoping for a chance on deck. The 1-2 delivery, curveball outside corner, strike 3 called. A leadoff single, a runner at second with nobody out, but nothing for the Vikings. 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. 1.5 done. It's Decorah and Waverly Shellrock scoreless. Josh Burrish, Dalton Steer, Alex Robeson for the Go Hawks in the bottom of the second inning. No score. Each team with a hit. The Go Hawks with an error. in this game. Burrish 0 for 2. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in game number 1. Pitch a strike from Brett LaRue. Andy Sinking has been warming up in the bullpen. This is the final inning. LaRue can go. 0-1 delivery, missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike since Brett went 7 on Wednesday against Waterloo Columbus. A ball and a strike the count. The 1-1 delivery sails inside to the right-hand hitting Burrish. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Go Hawks. Scored 2 runs in the first inning of game 1, and that's the only runs that have been scored on this field tonight. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Looked like a hard fastball with some movement from LaRue, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brett ready, 2-2 offering. Swung on a chopper. LaRue fields to the left of the mound, and he'll throw to Marlowe at first base for the first out here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on. And Dalton Steer will be the batter. No score, bottom of the second inning. Steer 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs in game number 1. Righty-righty matchup. LaRue ready in the first offering is a curveball that hits the turf in front of the plate and bounces back to the netting. 1 ball, no strikes. This is the second year for a turf infield here at Wartburg College. Outfield is still grass. Pitch caught the corner outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is a subtle advantage to college baseball teams. 1 ball, 1 strike to count with 1 down. Curveball grounded towards short, fielded there by Colin Nimrod on 3 hops. He winds and throws to first base for the second out of the inning. 2 down, nobody on for Alex Robeson. Robeson was 1 for 2 offensively. He threw a 2-hit shutout on the hill. In game number 1, 2-0 victory for the Go Hawks in that one. No score here in the bottom of the second of this one. Curve, a strike from LaRue, and it's no balls and 1 strike to count. LaRue ready, 0-1 offering. Pitch inside corner for a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. You talk about that turf infield. I know Wartburg got to host a game the second weekend in March at home as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And talking to Coach Casey Klender, they're still kind of getting the feel of the field maintenance of this, but it's a very nice tool to have as the pitch goes high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. I think it's probably been about 20 years that this field has been shared between Waverly Shellrock baseball and Wartburg baseball. Curveball, strike 3, outside corner. 3 up, 3 down, go the Go Hawks in the second. We head to the third. Decorah and Waverly Shellrock scoreless. No score as we start the top of the third inning. Cole Minks, who played but did not hit in game number 1, getting an opportunity with the stick here in game number 2 as Greeley throws low. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Coach O a little late getting out of the dugout, so he retrieves the foul ball as he makes his way down the third baseline. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Greeley ready. The 1-0 offering sails high to Minksy, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now. One hit for either side. Go Hawks with an error thus far as the pitch goes low. It's now 3-0 on Minks, with Nimrod and Hovden to follow here in the top of the third. No score to Decorah and Waverly Shellrock. The pitch low and inside, ball 4. Minks draws a 4-pitch walk. Second one for Greeley in 2+ innings. Runner at first, nobody out. This is the second straight inning. Decorah has gotten their leadoff runner on, and Colin Nimrod will be the batter.
Number 10, Colin Nimrod.
Nimrod grounded to third in the first, 0 for 1. He's 0 for 4 on the night. The combined top of the order is 0 for 11 with a walk on the night. Nimrod squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes it outside from Greeley. 1 ball, no strikes. Couple of steps off the bag at first is Minks. Nimrod squares to bunt again as the pitch is taken for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Colin Nimrod. Series of signs from Coach O in the third base box. The pause by Greenlee and a throw over to first base. Burrish had to move a little bit to retrieve the throw as Minks was barely off the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Greenlee comes set, the 1-1 delivery. Collins squares late to bunt and takes the pitch low. It's 2 balls, 1 strike now on the leadoff hitter for Decorah. Looking to get on base for the first time in this doubleheader. Gentry out to talk to Greenlee on the mound. Colin will take the time to head on down to talk to Coach Olenczak. O gives him a word of instruction and/or encouragement. And back to the batter's box he goes. Minks drew a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. He's at first with nobody out. Colin squares to bunt, pulls it back, and looks at it outside on the fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike on Nimrod. With Hovden to follow. 3-1. And the runner goes, the pitch, taking a strike, throw down to second base, goes to the third base side of the bag, and Minks is in there sliding at second. Minks didn't get that good of a jump. A little better throw would have made things more interesting at second base, but now it's 3-2 on Nimrod. 3-2 with nobody out. Greenlee with the pause. And the 3-2 to Nimrod, swung on and missed. Greenlee with his 3rd strikeout. That's the 10th time Decorah has struck out in 10 offensive innings tonight.
Number 3, Jake Upton.
Runner at second, 1 down. Hovden, the batter, he'll look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jake grounded to third his first time up. The pause by Greenlee and the pitch, ground ball towards third and foul. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Hovden. A lead at second by Minks. Greenlee comes set and the pitch. Breaking ball taken low. Minks takes off. Miller's throw down to third base. And Minks is retired. Steer applies the tag that time as the ball barely got by Miller at third. Gentry threw a strike down to third base for the second out of the inning. 3 balls, 1 strike the count on Jake Hovden, and the 3-1 delivery is chopped foul third base side, so now we go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Miller's going to pick it up and throw down to first base for good measure. A strikeout of Hovden. 4 strikeouts of Decorah by Bo Greenlee to this point. Nothing across for Decorah in the third. We head to the bottom of the third, no score. Brett LaRue throws 2 innings, the 2 that he could throw tonight. Gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Andy Sinking now into the game for Decorah. Sinking 3-4, a 2.53 ERA. Opponents hitting 160 against him, 36 innings, 25 hits, 13 earned runs, 15 walks, and 21 strikeouts.
Get in the bottom of the third inning, started for
So Sinking will come into the game and he will bat in the spot that John Will Jenkins was batting in as Brett LaRue moves from pitcher to third base. No score as we go to the bottom of the third inning as the changes getting reported right now. Apparently there was a little bit of confusion between the home plate umpire and Coach O, and they're having a good laugh about it on the first base side. Minor coming up next week. We'll have 4 baseball and at least 1 softball game on the air. Tuesday night we'll have Decorah Viking baseball against Clayton Ridge, and that will be a 7:30 start from Olensack Field in Decorah. We'll have Decorah and West Delaware on Wednesday night, and that will be a 7:30 start on that one. Hard to believe, postseason already upon us for Decorah Viking softball. Softball team played a couple of good games over at Charles City last night, lost a couple of 1-run games. But they will open up tournaments at Charles City next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Cole Havlovic will start things here in the third inning as Sinking throws outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We have been told that after the first game in Charles City won that one over New Hampton 2-1. Pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1 on Havlovic, who was 0 for 2 in game number 1 of that doubleheader. Decorah, as of this moment, is the 4th seed in the sub-state. That one hammered down the left field line, but foul. Havlovic waited on the off-speed pitch, but didn't wait long enough on the delivery from Andy. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So right now, Waverly Shellrock still the number 1 seed with a 2.67. West Delaware has won their first game as that one skied into shallow left. Colin Nimrod under it from his shortstop position. He will make the catch. 1 down here in the third inning. 1 down, nobody on.
Jackson Little.
The batter is Jackson Little. Little 1 for 2 in game number 1 of the doubleheader. The first batter, Velke, got on as Little smacks one toward short, and a diving grab is made by Colin Nimrod for the second out of the inning.
Play out there by Colin Nimrod.
Heck of a play by the Decorah shortstop for the second out of the frame. And the batter will be Jake Velke.
Number 12, Brady Thompson.
Or rather, Brady Thompson, who came in after Velke got injured. Thompson will bat for the first time in this doubleheader. Sinking throws high to him. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count. And the 1-0 delivery swung on, popped up right side. Still on the infield dirt, if you will. Korsness will make the catch from his second base position. And the Go Hawks go quietly here in the third. 3 up, 3 down. We are 3 innings complete. Decorah and Waverly Shellrock scoreless.
Brett LaRue.
Brett LaRue starts things in the 4th for Decorah. He drew a walk in the first inning, no score. Each team with a hit thus far as the pitch goes outside to LaRue. 1 ball, no strikes. Greenlee has walked 2 and has struck out 4 thus far. The 1-0 delivery is inside for 2 balls and no strikes. Marlowe and Qualley will follow here in the 4th inning. Vikes just in an offensive funk right now as LaRue takes outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. In the last 25 offensive innings for Decorah, they have scored a total of 1 run. 3-0. LaRue takes all the way and takes a strike. It's 3-1. The count. Greenlee ready, the 3-1 offering well outside for ball 4. Third inning in a row, Decorah has gotten their leadoff runner on. LaRue draws his second walk of the night, and the batter is Jacob Marlowe. Greenlee comes to the pause. Marlowe bunts, does so up the third base side, but foul. Had the bat at a bit of an awkward angle on a breaking ball from Greenlee. It's no balls, 1 strike. No score, top half the 4th inning. The pause, Marlowe squares to bunt, wraps the head of the bat, and he bunts it foul back to the screen. The Vikes have been called on to bunt a few times tonight, but their efforts have been futile. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Greenlee comes to the pause and the pitch, swinging a foul right side, not a play, into the tree above the first base stands here at Hurdle Field in Waverly. It's no balls, 2 strikes on Jacob Marlowe. He has 2 of the 3 hits in the 10 offensive chances for Decorah. Breaking ball outside to the right hand hitting Marlowe. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. 4th inning, we are scoreless. The pause by Greenlee and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Greenlee with his 5th strikeout. That's the 12th time a Decorah hitter has struck out tonight.
Vikings, the catcher number 15, Caleb Qualley.
1 on, 1 out for Caleb Qualley. He got a single to left back in the 2nd, the lone hit for Decorah thus far. The pitch, curveball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Looking at things from a seeding perspective, it looks like if the Go Hawks win this one, they would get the number 1 seed. Fastball outside edge for a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike the count on Caleb Qualley. That would matter. Granted, for a host perspective, it doesn't matter yet. Breaking ball missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to the right hand hitting Qualley. 2-1 the count with 1 down. Greenlee will step off and look for a new set of signs. The pause by Greenlee and the 2-1 delivery rolled to the right side. Camry Moore will field to his left and softly toss to first base to retire Qualley, with LaRue moving to 2nd on the play. He'll be there with 2 down, and Cam Korsnes will be the batter. He struck out looking in the 2nd, 0 for 1. No score, top of the 4th inning. Go Hawks need to win this one to secure the number 1 seed in the sub-state. As the pitch to Korsnes is swung on and fouled away right side, not a play. No balls and 1 strike. And it doesn't matter for a district perspective, but let's say West Delaware and Waverly would meet in a sub-state game. The home team is determined by seeds nowadays. No more coin flip in Iowa high school baseball as the pitcher Greenlee steps off. No balls, 1 strike count. Decorah cannot drop any lower than the 4, so they'll be the home team for their game, no matter where it is. A couple weeks from tonight, the 0-1 delivery swung on and missed as Korsnes chased a high fastball out of the zone, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The pause and the 0-2. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Miller will pick it up and throw on to first base to retire Korsnes and the side here in the 4th inning. Another leadoff runner squandered for the Vikings. 1 walk, 1 left. 4 innings complete, or 3.5 innings complete. No score. Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Joe Kanoki now in at second base for the Vikings. Dalton Graven, Camry Moore, and Gentry Miller for Waverly Shell Rock as the pitch goes outside from Andy Sinkink. 1 ball, no strikes. Graven flew out to center in the first inning. Sinkink in his second inning of relief. LaRue started. The 1-0 delivery, swinging a foul right side out of play. Heading towards the parking lot here at Hurdle Field. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Dalton Graven. 1 hit aside, 1 error for the Go-Hawks. No score as we start the bottom of the 4th. The pitch swinging a pop-up right side. Kanoki, Phillips, and Marlowe all there. Joe overruns the ball in foul territory, and it lands foul. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, but new life for Dalton Graven. 1-2 the count. New Hampton leading in the first inning of Game 2 of their doubleheader against Charles City. 4-0 as that one smoked towards left center field. It'll land for a base hit. It gets between Hovden and Minks. A turn at first base by Graven, but he'll put the brakes on right there.
Keep things going for the Go-Hawks. Second baseman number 2.
Graven takes advantage of his new life with a single to left. And Camry Moore will be the batter. Flew out to center in the first inning, 0 for 1. Lights starting to take effect as we hit the 8 o'clock hour here in Waverly. Sinkink delivers, and the pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen on a hanging curve from Sinkink. No balls and 1 strike. That's the second hit for the Go-Hawks. The other one was Jake Velke leading off the game. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch inside. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Graven takes second, and Camry Moore now will bat with the runner in scoring position and nobody out in the 4th. Moore right-hand hitter against the right-hander Sinkink. Andy comes set. The 1-1 delivery is a curveball low and in the dirt. Qualley moved to his right to get the body in front of it. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson from Hurdle Field on the campus of Wartburg College in Waverly. Northeast Iowa Conference baseball tonight has more calls time. Go Hawks won game number 1 of the doubleheader by a 2-0 margin. And no score here in game number 2 as Moore fouls one right side and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Decorah has had base runners in every frame, including the leadoff runner getting on in the last 3 frames. But they have failed to do anything with it. The Go Hawks, Graven getting on. That ended a string of 10 in a row. Shut down by Decorah pitching. Curveball on a pitch in the dirt. Swung on and missed. Qualley will throw down to first base to retire Moore on the 2-3 putout. Graven moves up to third on the wild pitch.
The catcher, number 3.
Runner at third, 1 down. Infield up at the corners, back up the middle for Decorah. Gentry Miller struck out swinging his first time. The first pitch from Sinkink. Breaking ball taken on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Down the line from third comes Graven, and now the infield up at all 4 spots for Decorah. 0-1 delivery, chopper to the first base side. Marlowe will field. He'll throw to Kanoki covering the bag, and Joe drops the ball. Scoring on the play will be Graven. And it's a 1-0 lead for Waverly Shell Rock.
First run of the game here goes to the Go-Hawks, and batting first baseman number
Miller reaches on the air.
Gonna have a runner.
And Graven scores on the play.
Christian Flaggy.
And Christian Flaggy will get Miller's courtesy at first base. Josh Burrish will be the batter. 1-0 Waverly Showrock here in the fourth inning. That's the first defensive miscue of the night for Decorah. Probably your first miscue was Marlowe perhaps not letting that one go foul. And your second miscue was Kanoki dropping the ball at first base. Kanoki doesn't drop the ball. It's a bases empty, 2 down situation, still a 1-0 lead. If you let that one go foul, it's an 0-2 count. Burrish swings and fouls the first one right side. Kanoki angling over into foul ground, and he drops the ball again. Joe struggling this inning. You also got to go back to the at-bat of Graven, where he had a foul ball in that at-bat that the Vikings weren't able to make the play up the first base side. No balls, 1 strike on Burrish. That one hammered down the left field line. After it is Cole Minks. It will be 2 hops and to the warning track. Rounding third is Flaggy. He will come to the plate. The throw to the plate is not in time as the throw goes home. Burrish will move to third, and the Go Hawks have a 2-0 lead. A double to left for Burrish on an inning where Decorah should be out of the frame.
Keeping things going for the Go Hawks. Third baseman, number 11, Dalton Steer.
Most teams are going to take advantage of getting 5 outs in an inning, and you know darn well a 21-4 team is going to do that, and Burrish comes up with the big hit for the Go Hawks. 1 down, and the infield up, Dalton Steer grounded to short in the second and looks at a strike here. No balls and 1 strike. 2-0 Go Hawks, bottom of the fourth. Sinkink delivers the pitch grounded foul. Third base side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Inning started with Graven getting a single to center. Stealing second, a wild pitch got him to third. The 0-2 delivery swung on and missed. A foul tip into the glove. The catcher Qualley, and the strikeout recorded. 2 down in the inning. But during that Graven at bat, a foul ball was misplayed by the Vikings that was definitely playable.
2 outs now for the Go Hawks in batting. Number 20, Alex.
And the next batter, Gentry Miller, hit a swinging bunt up the first base side. Jake Marlowe decided to field instead of let the ball go into foul territory or even give it a chance to, as Alex Robson looks at the first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. He threw to first base, and it was dropped by Joe Kanoki at first. The 1-0 delivery, grounder towards short. Colin Nimrod gobbles that one up and throws on to first base to retire Robson. And that's that here in the fourth inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. There are 4 innings complete. It is a 2-0 lead for Waverly Showrock. Greenlee ready, the 1-0 offering ground ball towards short. To his left is Graven on 3 hops. Throws over to first base to retire Phillips. Vikes give up 2 runs in that bottom of the fourth inning, and when the runs scored, they should have been out of the frame.
The pitcher, Andy Sinkink.
And Andy Sinkink will bat for the first time since coming into the game to pitch in the third inning. Curveball outside, 1 ball, no strikes, but I'm going to go back and say that it all starts with the offensive futility right now. 1-0 delivery. Pitch outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Decorah in its 26th inning since Game 2 walk-on started, and they've scored 1 run in that time. The pitch swung on and missed. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and you don't excuse the defensive miscues at all. Those are plays that got to get made whether you're struggling with the sticks or not. 1-2 swung on, driven down the right field line, but it's going to land foul near the Decorah bullpen up the right field way. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sinkink. You don't excuse those defensive miscues at all because those are plays that got to get made. But at the same time, when you're struggling mightily with the stick, perhaps you press a little bit defensively and try to make plays, knowing that they're pretty important. As Sinking swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. Gentry throws down to first base to retire.
2 outs now for the Vikings, batting number
Sinking,
12.
2 down, nobody on here in the 5th. And the batter is Cole Minks, who walked in the 3rd. Cole bats from the right-hand side of the plate. The pitch swung on, a drive into deep left field. Retreating is Jackson Lill. That ball is going to be over his head and near the warning track, as Minks will stand at second with a double. So Minks getting a chance to swing it here in this second game of the doubleheader, has drawn a walk and has a double.
Top of the order once again for Decorah, batting number 10.
And the top of the order will get a chance in Colin Nimrod. Top of the order tonight for Decorah, 0 for 13. Colin Nimrod grounded to 3rd in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 3rd. Curveball taken for a strike on the outside edge. No balls and 1 strike. Colin's in a little bit of an offensive funk right now. He swung at the first pitch in the first 2 games tonight. Normally he's a little more selective than that as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, 1 strike again. Sometimes when you're struggling, you try to press and maybe do too much. Colin's a good enough baseball player that easier said than done. He's just got to relax and help lead this team as the pitch goes outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Nimrod. Runner at second, 2 down. A 2-0 lead for the Go Hawks here in the top of the 5th. Pitch swinging a foul at the plate. And now the deuces are wild on Decorah's leadoff hitter. 2-2 the count. 2-0 Go Hawks, top of the 5th. Greenlee looks in at Miller for the sign. He comes set in the 2-2 delivery. Smack towards right field and through for a base hit. Minks rounding 3rd and gets a stop sign there from Coach Olenczak. 1st and 3rd with 2 down in the 5th inning. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Vikes now with 3 hits on the night.
Jake Hubden.
And Jake Hubden will look to get his first hit of the night. Hubden grounded to 3rd in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Pitch to Hubden. Down and into the right-hand hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. So tying run at first base for Decorah. This is their best scoring threat of game number 2. It's the first time they've had multiple runners on in a frame. 1-0 delivery, fastball outside for 2 balls, no strikes now.
Push off up the batter, bud. Come on, 15. Nothing hurts. Get out of this. 1 more out.
2-0 the count with 2 down. Pitch. Fastball up. It's 3 balls, no strikes with LaRue on deck. 2-0 Waverly Shell Rock, but the Vikings threatening here in the 5th. Hubden back into the right-hand batter's box. Nimrod away from 1st, and Minks away from 3rd. Pitch low and away and in the dirt, if you will, for Hubden. Greenlee with his 4th walk, and Brett LaRue gets a chance. Bases loaded, 2 down. Top half of the 5th inning. Vikings trying to end a string in which they have scored only 1 run
Batting with the bases loaded for Decorah.
in their last
22, Brett LaRue.
26 innings offensively. Greenlee delivers the pitch to LaRue, swung on and missed at a breaking ball, down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to nothing. LaRue walked in the 1st and walked again in the 4th. Greenlee working out of the windup. The 0-1 offering, swung on and missed. Another breaking ball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Minks 3rd, Nimrod 2nd, and Hubden at 1st. The 0-2 delivery, inside corner, strike 3 called. Another goose egg on the line score for the Decorah Vikings. 2 hits, 3 runners left. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. Waverly Shellrock leading 2-0.
Watch me, baby. Okay. Now watch me. Well, watch.
2-3-1 for the Go Hawks. 0-3-1 for Decorah. Cole Havlovic popped to short his first time up in the 3rd. He looks at a strike, 0-1. Defensive futility helped out by a couple of opportunistic hits for the Go Hawks in game number 1. As the pitch goes low, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Or in inning number 4 of game number 2, Decorah trailing by a count of 2-0. Same margin they lost game number 1. Ground ball towards 3rd. It hits the bag and caroms into left field. Havlovic with a turn at first base. He'll stay put right there.
Come on, Jackson.
Havlovic
Up for the Go Hawks, number 4, Jackson
with a
Little.
single to left to start things here in the 5th inning. Jackson Little was retired on a line drive to short. And Colin Nimrod made a nice play in the field to take away a base hit. Little squares to bunt us, so up the first base side. Sinkink will field. He'll apply the tag, and 1 down. Waverly Shellrock complaining about Andy Sinkink.
Nice going, real classy.
Applying a tag.
Push leg, just break him a little.
1 down and a runner at second. And Jake Velke will bat again. He left the game after fouling a pitch off him himself in the first inning.
Jake Velke.
He's back in now. So in this game, he's 1 for 1. He's been on base all 4 times. Tonight, there was a whirl on the throw to second base. And Havlovic back to the bag diving. All Andy Sinkink did was make the tag. Kid fell down, and an ignorant crowd here at Waverly complains about it. Pitch goes low, ball gets away from Qualley. Runner goes, throw down to third base, not in time. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Velke.
Come on, Jake. 1 out.
1-0,
Boy, leave it up there.
up. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Velke.
Bail him out, blue that boy.
2-0. Inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Of course, with first base open here, you probably don't want to give Jake Velke nothing too good to hit. 2 balls, 1 strike to count, and the pitch. Outside, it's now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Go, Jake. Here we go, Jake. Crank it, Jake. Crank it, bud.
Infield up at all 4 spots for Decorah. The 3-1 delivery swung on and missed. Andy took a little something off and got Velke out in front that time. The 3-2 delivery swung on and missed. Another changeup. Velke out in front. Sinkink becomes the first
2 outs out for the
Decorah
number 1, Dalton Graven.
pitcher to retire Velke on the night. Runner at third, 2 down, and Dalton Graven will be the batter. Graven, fly ball left field, but right at Cole Minks. He will make the catch to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings done. A 2-0 lead for Waverly Shellrock. Top of the 6th inning we go. Decorah loaded the bases in the 5th with 2 outs, but Bo Greenlee got a strikeout of Brett LaRue to end the threat. That was the first time here in game number 2 Decorah has gotten multiple runners on.
Give the 6th inning started for Decorah as number 17, Jacob Marlowe.
I'm going to Double check the futility numbers as Marlowe grounds one towards short. It's picked up there by Graven, throws on to first base to retire Marlowe, who's now 0 for 3. One down here in the 6th inning.
Batting for Decorah, number 15, Caleb Qualley.
One down, nobody on. Caleb Qualley will be the batter. Qualley singled to left in the 2nd, grounded to 2nd in the 4th. Greenlee delivers and a curveball for a strike, nothing in 1. 27 straight innings with only 1 run for Decorah offensively. Curveball missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 delivery. Fastball up. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one delivery, swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two delivery, fastball up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Greenlee's given up 3 hits, 1 to Minks, a double, 1 to Qualley in the 2nd, the other to Nimrod in the 5th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. The pitch swung on and missed. Gentry Miller digs it out and throws on to first base to retire Qualley.
Outs now for Decorah and batting. Number 20.
9 strikeouts for Bo Greenlee, and now Austin Bohr will bat for Joe Kanoki. And I believe that would mean Kanoki would have to leave the game and send Korsnes back into the lineup defensively here. Bohr reporting the change to the home plate umpire, and we'll be ready to go here in the not too distant future. Bohr batted once and struck out in game number 1. Greenlee throws outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Greenlee has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning here in game number 2. He did face the minimum in inning number 3. Decorah, though, with only 3 hits. Pitch flung on, fly ball, right field line. Angling towards the line is Havlovic in foul ground, and now angling back into fairgrounds will make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Go Hawks leading it by a 2-0 margin. Camry Moore starts the 6th inning by taking a strike on the outside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Moore flew out to center in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Moore takes a curveball low that skips all the way back to the protective netting behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Go Hawks get 2 runs in the 4th inning, 1 on a Decorah error and 1 on a John Burrish double. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball left side. That one gets to Nimrod at short. He picks it up and throws to first base. The ball got by Marlowe, making the turn, heading to 2nd. It's Moore. The throw there, not in time. In fact, there wasn't one.
Good call. There you go.
And Moore will get awarded third base as Brett LaRue faked whether the ball was coming there that time, which is illegal. So we'll score that an infield single, an error on Nimrod, and then an error on LaRue to move that one up. So Gentry Miller flies one towards right field. Trevor Miller is under it. He will make the catch. Camry Moore tags. He will score without a play. That's a 3-0 lead for Waverly Shellrock. So Moore reaches on an infield single. An error gets him to 2nd.
Big run for the Go Hawks in batting. First
An error mentally gets him to 3rd. And a sacrifice fly gives Gentry Miller his second RBI in the doubleheader. It's a 3-0 lead for Waverly Shellrock, and Josh Burris will be the batter, 1 for 2. Sinkink delivers, pitch, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Burris had an RBI double his last time up and gets a single to center right here. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. And Dalton Steer will be the batter for Waverly Shellrock. 3-0 go Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Dalton Steer.
Sinkink ready and the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Steer grounded to short in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th. Go Hawks now with 6 hits on the night. The pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike. LaRue went the first 2 innings. By the way, LaRue now playing second for Decorah and Tyler Dostal playing third. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on, hammered into the Decorah dugout on the first base side.
Hopefully everybody's all right there.
Work over there.
And everyone appears to be all right from this angle. If nothing else, they've awoken from their nap, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Steer. 1-2 with 1 down. 3-0 go Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Curveball, and that one hits Steer in the left shoulder area. Steer hit by the pitch, and Burrish moves up to second base. And the batter will be Alex Robeson, struck out looking in the 2nd inning.
Alex Robson.
And grounded to short in the 4th. 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. 3-0 lead for Waverly Shellrock here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pause by Andy and the pitch. Robson bunts up the third base side, and Andy's going to let that one roll foul. It is no balls and 1 strike. Go Hawks with 2 in the 4th inning and 1 here in the 6th, and they're looking to add some more. The Vikings will have the bottom third of their order due in the 7th. Phillips, Sinkink, and Minks. They trail it by 3. Andy comes set. A look back at second in the pitch, swinging a foul as Robeson fouls that one off his foot. Home plate umpire will go halfway to the mound to toss a new ball to Andy Sinkink, giving Robeson some time to shake out the cobwebs. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Oh, 0-2 with 1 down. 0-2 delivery, swung on fly ball, left field. Cole Minks is under it. He will make the catch. Runners stay put. 2 down. Runners at first and second. And Cole Havlovic will be the batter. A 3-0 lead for the Go Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th. Havlovic popped to short in the 3rd inning and singled to left in the 5th. 3-0 Go Hawks. They're out hitting Decorah 6-3. Decorah out erring the Go Hawks 3-1. Swinging a little number right in front of the plate. Andy Sinkink will field. He'll throw on to first base. High throw, but snagged nicely by Jacob Marlowe to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. Go Hawks will try to close it out next. They lead it by a 3-0 margin. Trevor Phillips starts things here in the 7th inning against Bo Greenlee. Shutting out Decorah on just 3 hits. Alex Robeson shut out Decorah on 2 hits in game number 1. Pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Phillips, who's grounded out to short twice in the 2nd and in the 5th. 2-0 delivery, fastball up. It's 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0. High for ball 4. Greenlee has walked his fair share tonight. 5 walks for Greenlee.
Number 21, Andy Sick.
And a quick check of the pitch count. Greenlee will throw his 96th pitch right here to Sinkink in his only at-bat. He struck out swinging in the 5th. Pitch goes low. Very nice stop by Gentry Miller behind the plate. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Phillips away from first. Greenlee comes set, and the pitch missed outside again. 6 straight out of the zone from Greenlee, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. And now Miller will go out and have a chat with Greenlee. Miller returns to the behind the plate area. Greenlee now back on the rubber. Pitch. Low in the dirt again, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. The Vikes can get another runner on. The tying run will come to the plate. .30 strike, snap throw to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Phillips. Three and 1 the count. Greenlee comes set, 3-1 offering outside for ball 4. So 6 walks for Greenlee on the night. And Casey Klunder will head out of the dugout. And perhaps he's going to make a change, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Good effort tonight.
Dalton Graven, who got the win against Decorah the first time, will be called on to close it out. We'll tell you more about him in a second.
Coming in.
Bo Greenlee throws 6+ innings, gives up 3 hits, no runs, although both runners on at base are his responsibility. Dalton Graven, who got the win against Decorah in the game on June the 16th, will come in to face Cole Minks. Minks has walked in the 3rd and doubled in the 5th. A 3-0 lead for the Go Hawks. 2 on, nobody out, top of the 7th inning. Cole Minks bats from the right-hand side of the plate. Phillips away from second. Sinkink away from first. And Minks looks at a strike, 0-1. Phillips away from second. Minks away from first, not being held on there by Burish. And the pitch straight down Broadway for a strike, and it's 0-2. Graven gets the sign from Miller in the 0-2, outside corner, strike 3 call. A 3-pitch strikeout to Minks, and there's 1 down in the 7th inning.
For the Vikings, top of the lineup.
Colin Nimrod will be the batter. Nimrod grounded to 3rd in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and singled right in the 5th. 3-0 Go Hawks, 2 on, 1 out, top the 7th inning. And the pitch just missed outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The pause, the 1-0. There's a strike to Callan, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Graven trying to save it for Greenlee. This is a save situation. The pause, then the 1-1. Swinging a foul, right side, out of play. Splashing that one into a little creek that runs along Hurdle Field here in Waverly. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count with 1 down. Nimrod representing the tying run. The 1-2 delivery, breaking ball outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colin was 2 for 4 against Graven in Decorah. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down and 2 on. The 2-2 delivery low and outside, and it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes with Jake Hovden to follow. And you know Graven doesn't want to put that tying run on base. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. 3-2 delivery outside, ball 4, 3rd walk of the inning. Nimrod to first, Sinking to second, Phillips to third, Hovden to the plate. 3-0 Waverly Shellrock, top of the 7th inning. Jake Hovden bats from the right-hand side. He's 0 for 2, grounded to short in the 1st, struck out swinging the 3rd, walked in the 5th. Graven will work out of the stretch, and the pitch is a strike, 0-1. Phillips and Sinking still Greenlee's responsibility. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch swinging a foul, right side out of play. Jake was 1 for 3 against Graven up in Decorah. No balls, 2 strikes. The pause, the 0-2 to Hovden. Swing and a pop-up right side. Infield fly has been called. Right near the first base bag, right on the bag. Burrish will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
2 outs now for the Vikings, and batting number 22.
Nimrod went back to the bag, and he had to duck out of the way to avoid running into Burrish on that play. But Colin had a right to go back to the bag as well, as Brett LaRue walked twice and struck out looking. He rolls one to the right side. It's picked up there by Camry Moore. He'll throw on to first base, and that's that. Vikes shut out in both games of this doubleheader tonight. Go Hawks sweep Decorah 3-0. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 left for Waverly Shellrock. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, and 9 left for Decorah. Bo Greenlee get the win. The save goes to Dalton Graven and Brett LaRue.
So the Go Hawks win game number 1.
Drops to 2-4 on, or rather Andy Sinkink is the losing pitcher in this game.
Their record now to 22 wins against.
So the Go Hawks are now 22-4, 11-3 in conference play. Decorah drops to 13-13 and 7-9 in conference play.
Now in Northeast Iowa Conference play. Reminder of your
So that is going to do it for this one.
coming Monday, July 6th, right here, big varsity doubleheader.
Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our
Doubleheader versus Forest
advertisers.
Here again for a JV varsity doubleheader against Cedar Falls.
The good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game home to you tonight. We're helped
Want to thank the
with
fans who made the trip tonight to support your team. Thank you. Another great
out there help.
these two. It's up to you. Northeast
Their help.
Conference teams
This coverage would not be possible, so as always,
get together. So once again, Waverly Shellrock gets 2 wins tonight. Moves to 20.
we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we
You can pick up the garbage.
thank you. That's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If not the outcome, Go Hawks win it 2-0, 3-0. We'll be with you again Tuesday night. Decorah hosts Clayton Ridge in Decorah. 7:30 start time for that game. So for our entire KDC Sports team, my name is Darren Swenson.
Holiday weekend.
Go Hawks sweep Decorah tonight 2-0 and 3-0. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. Have a safe and happy 4th of July weekend, and we will talk to you again on Tuesday night.